Hi guys, I'm assuming you can hear me. Big assumption, I guess. You guys getting sound? I do hope you're getting sound. So, the question is, are we getting smooth picture? It's a little bit jerky, isn't it? Tiny bit jerky. I've not had time to reboot my system, you see. But it'll do, right? I mean, we're not going for any smooth gameplay. So yes, welcome to this. I'm continuing on with my SKYRIM mod testing, Perkus Maximus PerMa, and I'm going to be essentially trying to install it, figuring out how hard it is to install and so on. So, what have I done? What are you looking at now? You are looking at obviously the Richard save. However, what you are looking at is the Richard save with 0 mods installed. So, I have transferred one of the saves over from the mod organizer profile, and I have transferred it over to the normal save directory. If you remember, because I use mod organizer, my SKYRIM game is now completely and utterly blank vanilla. So I'm now running vanilla, except, yeah, I am running an ENB because the ENB files were there. Now I'm running SKSE because SKSE was also in the... Okay, you can see he's naked. That's because of the mods that no longer exist. He was obviously having some custom armor on. So, SKSE's files are installed, but not the script, so I am going to have to sort that out. So that is where I am at right now. So, just let me quit this. Right. So, right. So there's my gaming rig, and I have done a few things this time so that people can actually see so they can see my screen, but also see the chat. I've tried to strike a reasonable balance between the two. So as you can see, Nexus Mod Manager has absolutely no mods whatsoever. So I'm going to install a few. The reason I'm doing this is I basically want to have, let's have a look at this, the installation process using Nexus Mod Manager first. I've often wondered, can you actually drag and drop? That would be useful, wouldn't it? No, you can't. So, Perkus Maximus. They're not logged in. Don't need to be logged in, surely. There we go. Perkus Maximus overhaul. I've also downloaded the Perkus Maximus patches because why not? Yeah, the delay is pretty huge. The delay is enormous, actually. So, just queuing that. Are you not using Mod Organizer? Obviously not. This is Nexus Mod Manager. I'm going to test it this way first. And it really is taking its sweet time, isn't it? Queued, perma patches. Hello. Zoomed. Don't be downloading. Why would it be downloading? Taking its sweet time about it. I'm also going to be installing weapons and armor fixes because I think that's going to be good for the compatibilities. And SKSE, that's right. I created the SKSE. Now the SKSE, this is the one that contains all of the scripts, which I'm going to need, obviously. Well, the chat on screen allows you to see what the hell it is I'm answering. Yeah, this is a little odd. Why is it not... Queued. Brilliant. But not necessarily what I'm looking for. Why are we queued? Please don't be queued. It's really annoying. Oy, 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 oy. Okay, annoying. There's an ongoing download. There is no download. We're not downloading anything. Oof. Right, okay. So what have I got now? Okay. So rebooting, fix that, except I don't have the patches. There we go. There we go. So I've got the files added to Nexus Mod Manager, which is the important thing. Right, so that's the files downloaded. Next up, I of course need to have certain things opened. Compatibility, right. So, what we got? What happened? Potato. Perhaps it tried to update your mod. No idea. I have not obviously used the Nexus Mod Manager in a long time. So step one, let's activate the SKSE script. So SKSE is now working as intended. And let's also install weapon and armor fixes remade. I have got all of them. Install all options. True weapons, faster arrows, dragon precision mass, blah, 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 blah. Right, so. A medium. We don't have any of these at all. Maybe I oops. Double click too quickly. Let's deactivate that. Maybe I should actually have downloaded immersive weapons as well. Final step, readme file. Yeah, sure. Okay, so I've now got weapon and armor fixes remade and SKSE installed. So, question, will there be manual installation? Nope. Well, I don't know. No idea. So, installation. PerMa consists of a fake master, 3 functional modules, PerMa Warrior, PerMa Mage, PerMa Thief, and the patcher program, Perkus Maximus. On top, it brings additional optional stuff that might or might not expand upon in the future. As of now, it comes with Winter Mist. Okay. Use NMM or Rybash or manual installation if you're up to it to install the modules you want. PerMa and Fake Master plus many resources are not optional. 1.9. Not needed if you use all 3 modules, right? So you'll need to tell PerMa that you don't use all modules. Well, let's start off by using all modules. Each one of the. So first things first, let's activate. Is there a respec potion like SKYRIM? No idea. I'm at the installation phase, guys. You know exactly what I know from reading the description last time and what you've seen here. Of course I'm going to do it for Mod Organizer, but I need to know. I need to understand how it's installed for both. Of course. Right. So Perkus Maximus Warrior. These I think should all be enchantments from the mod Wintermist. Enchantments SKYRIM by in Ice Station and me. I didn't think those were optional, but apparently they are. Okay, so options. One required, fairly obviously, I guess. All right, so there is no PerMa main file. Oh, no, there is. Of course there is, but it's no option for it. Okay, so these are just the optionals. Finish. Okay, so we've overwritten this script. Overwrite. Yes. How many of them are you going to be doing? It's not that many. Okay, so this has overwritten the source files for some of the scripts, and of course that means it is probably, well, almost certainly overwriting 3 or 4 of the vanilla scripts as well. So the comments definitely get strayed. SKYRIM is like the light version of this. I think it's not quite the way to think about it. However, so I now have weapons and armor fixes, Perkus Maximus Master, and then we get the Warrior Thief. So I've now got all of the files installed, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say, there we go. So I have got, right, go to SKYRIM data. I'm going to assume that's a spelling mistake. Yes, right. So run the patcher. Either by using patches maximus.jar or debug more heap space.bat. The latter is recommended because the patcher does a lot and demands a lot of heap space. Important, on a minimal load order, the patcher only takes a few, 2 to 3 minutes. On a very large load order, it may just take an hour. It will stick at 100% after importing and tell you what it is currently working on. Do not panic while it's doing its thing. I'll tell you if it crashes. Make sure the patch loads after any PerMa module. All right. So then probably what I want to do is close this. Okay. The cringe hit when you overwrote those scripts. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. It's only the source. But yeah. Right. So there we go. More heap. Other settings. Let's have a look at this. Import mods and startup. Language English. Not a huge number of settings. Other settings. There were no settings to start with, but there wasn't other settings. Okay. And patch. And off it goes. Please wait. 1 of 14. Importing SKYRIM. Yeah, this should be dead easy, dead quick. Yeah, I know. It's going to stay at 100% for quite some time, but it is in fact working. And in which case then, I'm probably going to take a quick break, actually. I know it's only been on a few minutes, but may as well take a quick break. And because we're on YouTube, I can actually stop the stream and start it again when it's finished, and that way there'll be no delay when people watch this afterwards. How cool is that? Yeah, I'm going to go and refresh the coffee pot. Oh, look, it actually finished while I was doing it. Well, I'm going to refresh the coffee pot anyway. I've mentally made a decision to do that. Okay, and I'm back. And one of the things I really quite like is it would seem when I pause the stream, if I pause the stream on the back soon image, it stays there. So people who are watching it live still know I'm coming back. I'm liking that. Now I'm just worried that because of the huge delay, because there's like a minute and a half, 2-minute delay, I'm worried that we've got... oh, please, I'm hoping it started. It really is a huge delay. Okay, anyway, I'm going to continue on as if that we have started. Yay, I see it now. My God, that's a huge delay. Right, so it actually basically finished just as I was standing up to go and get the coffee. So it didn't take that long. However, let's see what it does. So we now have Patchus Maximus, which we must select. Mike is making weird noises. Okay, that's probably... okay, audio glitch, stuttering. Is it settling? Yeah, I got it. Audio glitch, got it. It's already gone. Okay, right. Yeah, that actually happens quite a lot when you... That's XSplit. I am going to try and get OBS working for my other media and start using that instead because I'm fairly sick of XSplit. There's a new version of XSplit. I might try that as well. Anyway, so there you go. Patchus Maximus working, and it has weapons and armor fixes remade as a master. So it has pretty much done exactly what the reprocker used to do. And I do wonder if... Okay, do I actually have Test 5 Edit? I don't think I have Test 5 Edit installed in Skyrim anymore. No, I don't. That is a shame. I would like to have seen what it has changed. However, the most important thing is that it worked. Let's start up the game, make sure that it runs. It's nothing to do with, it's not that I muted it, mouse, it's the fact that I stopped the stream. Whenever I start the stream with XSplit, I get about 2 minutes of audio interference. So there you go. Now, I'm not totally sure what differences I will see here, except perhaps the perk trees will be a little different. Okay, you're getting too much to be able to run. Ah, now this is because gold weighs stuff, I believe. God, look at this. This is such a horrible menu. Right. Where is... Does gold get listed now? What does it come under? Oh, I hate the vanilla interface. I thought it was under miscellaneous. Is it not under miscellaneous? Should be under miscellaneous, shouldn't it? Okay, my thing is the carry weight being 1,172 is because PerMa makes gold weigh something. So if you hate that, yeah, you're gonna have a problem. All. Maybe it comes under all. Let's have a look. Come on. Gold. Gold this, gold that, gold... No, really? Does it not come as... What's it? It's called gold, isn't it? Just starts with a G? trying to find anything where I have 770. Now, does this mean you can't drop it then? That's a weakness, isn't it? Lockpicks weigh something as well. Right. Lockpicks now weigh half. Whoa, half? Are you kidding me? That's a lot. Okay, so yeah, it's lockpicks. And as I said, I'm fairly sure it's also gold. Gold weighs something. So you can only see gold when you open a chest. Okay, that might make sense, I guess. So if you open a chest, you can drop gold. But you can't drop gold here. Well, I'm pretty sure you can do it with SKYRIM. But anyway, there you go. So I have successfully patched. Let's have a look at the trees. Let's pick one we know well. Ranged weaponry. Eagle Eye. Power Draw. Advanced Missile Craft. Crossbows. Power Draw. Okay. Takedown. So it looks like he's done away with the entire concept of longbows and shortbows, which probably simplifies something, especially for Richard, seeing as Richard lost his bow. I can't remember which save this is. This save might actually have been before. Has he still got his SKYRIM bow? Yeah, he's still got his SKYRIM bow. This save is from before the Alduin fight. So, but this bow now is probably the bow he should use all the time, because there's no longbow shortbow advantage anymore. So there you go. That was fairly easy. Light armor, sneak, wayfarer. He still kept the idea of wayfarer. I like that. Good. I like that. Dexterity. This would be lockpicks and things. Yep. All right. And speech, alchemy, illusion, studies, novice destruction. Okay, I even like the shape of the trees better. The sort of idea that I don't know. maybe that's just me being completely daft. But I always remember the trees like destruction were a bit kind of messy. There's just all over the place. These look slightly more like actual trees now. Like there's a progression. Enchanting. I'm looking forward to enchanting. Smithing still pretty messy, but whoa. Okay. Heavy armor, which looks like a shield. Block, which also looks like a shield, but with a radar on it. And oh, very clever, very clever. Did it always look like this? Did heavy weaponry and light weaponry always look like a sword? Did I just not notice it? Because my God, he's managed to make it look that way now. I suppose it always has. You know what? I've never actually noticed it, but ranged weaponry did look like a bow before, didn't it? For some reason, it looks more like it now. Anyway. There is longbow and shortbow advantage, but the perks are now devised in a more general way, like bladed, blunt, and okay. So as someone said, PerMa is basically SKYRIM 2, sort of. Right. So there you go. Successfully installed. Successfully installed without much trouble whatsoever, to be honest. That was pretty damned painless. So before we do anything else, I did get recommendations from, however we say his name, Tendo, to use this, the PerMa compatibility and PerMa patches. Oh, before we do anything, let's read what he said about Patches Maximus. We've run Patches Maximus, but stuff about the patcher you must know. Running the patcher is a must this time. It does more than the reprocker did for SKYRIM. PerMa was made with SkyProc in mind. If you don't run the patcher, a lot of things will not work. If you notice some strange values on weapons, armors, potions, whatever, first read up on the relevant parts from the XML and verify whether they really are strange. Unless it's obvious, like a mod-added iron weapon dealing only a quarter of the damage of a vanilla weapon does. Still strange? Message Rolfin on the Nexus. He's the XML and patching master. Is this by Rolfin by any chance? Yes! Excellent. There you go. So, just no more coffee breaks. I might have more coffee breaks. Excuse me. Need my coffee. Don't get much sleep at nights at the moment, so I need this just to stay awake during the day. Defluffy is not very immersion. You mean immersive, but okay. Yeah, I have mixed feelings on that. For me, spells giving exact values doesn't break immersion for me. It just doesn't. I don't find game mechanics being explained in detail to be immersion breaking any more than, well, I find it no more immersion breaking than pressing a button and seeing a star chart drop down with all my perks described in any way whatsoever, shape or form. I mean, to me, the fact that it then, you know, the defluffy version apparently gives you exact numbers on everything, and that doesn't offend me at all, doesn't bother me. I'll try both of them. It's going to be up to the individual, I think. I think immersion is you know, if that's breaking your immersion, then, you know, I'm amazed you're still immersed when you open the actual perk menu. So I think it just comes down to a matter of taste. I will try both and see which I prefer. So there you go. What else did we have? Right, full functionality. This is a list of everything the patcher does. Modify armor stats. So it does modify armor. Okay. Create armor variants needed for perks. Armored gatherer. Okay. Reclassify armor, heavy gauntlets, etc. So it still has that Skyrim element to it. Modify weapon stats. I had not noticed. I tell you what, just would like to see that. I'm actually looking for... Why does it keep opening this? I thought I thought once you run... See, this is how... Oh! You know what? I should run SKSE. Oh, you don't need it. I don't need SKSE. Oh, you do need... You need SKSE for PerMa. You do need SKSE for PerMa. So I should be running SKSE. Yes, I should. So, there you go. I installed everything through NMM and it works fine, but I do not have any PerMa ESP in my load order. Why? Then you did not... Then you didn't install it correctly, and it does not work fine. If you don't have any ESPs, it's not working. So, let's have a look now at the weapons. What did it change? Stalrim bow. Damage 85. Well, if that's altered, it's not that different to... Oh, it still has short bow. It still does have short bow. Dawnbreaker. I mean, look at that. 57. I don't know what it was before, but it was a lot higher than that. Oriel's bow and my other bow, they were up in the 250 to 350 mark. So the damage has been reduced quite dramatically. A paddle. My armor rating is now 439. It used to be a lot higher. So that's been changed quite a lot as well. Armor 200. I can't remember what these values were. Okay, so it does change these values. Check the quest items to see if they weigh anything. I don't actually know which quest items I've got. I've got a staff of something. Azra's, there you go. You're carrying too much to be able to run. Yeah, but these always had weight. They always had weight. It's whether or not the weight shows up. That's the key. So even when you were taking things like, even if you take a quest item that's 25, it shows up here in the weight, but it just doesn't actually have any effect. Your values are low, but keep in mind you don't have your old perks selected too. Very good point. Very, very good point. I've got no perks selected whatsoever. Okay, so anyway, reclassify weapons, blah, blah, blah. Make NPCs use ammunition with ranged weapons. Good. Creates enchanted variants of armor and weapons, including new enchantments and new gear, and distribute it to level lists. Create crafting and tempering recipes for all variants of everything. Create meltdown recipes for everything. Alter existing tempering recipes to blah, blah, blah. Distribute all mod-added weapons across leveled lists. Modify projectile stats. Create projectile variants for perks. Advanced missile craft, etc. Create recipes for all new projectiles. Create a scroll for every spell learned by a book. Create a staff for every spell learned by a book. Create recipes for all the scrolls and staves created. So if a mod adds a spell that can be learned by a book, there is also a corresponding scroll that can be made. Okay. Add all mod-added spell books to relevant level lists. Remove spell school assignments from alchemy and enchanting effects. Remove spell school assignments from constant abilities. Not totally sure why. Oh, is that if you get benefit from a potion or something? Okay, I'll have to look into why that is. I'm assuming it's something to do with you shouldn't get your restoration perk bonuses when drinking a potion that gives health or something, because the potion should just give potions. Should just give whatever the potion gives without being affected by your restoration skill, for example, which I guess would make sense. Make alchemy effects work over time. Oh, sorry, I've missed one. Remove generic starting spells from the player. Oh, so you don't start off with any starting spells. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Tweak ingredient stats. Tweak existing potion stats. Add a lot of essential abilities and perks to the player, NPCs, and races. Out of curiosity, does it mention gold? Golden lockpicks have weight. Yes, it does. Okay. There you go. Right. So, is Fallout 4 not an Obsidian game? Nope. Fallout 4 will be a Bethesda-only game. So, right. I now have Perkus Maximus installed on NMM. Let's just have a look at the PerMa compatibility and PerMa patches app. Okay, so here we go. The new methods used for patching by PerMa grant much greater control over many areas of the game. A lot of functions have been moved into the patcher, vastly increasing PerMa's overall compatibility compared to Skyrim. Currently, only 4 mods require a patch to work with PerMa. Like SKYRIM compatibility and reprocker patches, these patches expect you to have weapon and armor fixes remade installed, which is why I've downloaded it. Along with the huge number of fixes made, it also corrects many item names, without which many items cannot be properly patched. Balance was made based on the true Orcish and Daedric and Dragon Priest mask versions. I highly recommend clothing and clutter fixes, I've not downloaded that yet, and complete crafting overhaul made ditto. FAQ contains answers to common questions, including information about load order. Troubleshooting contains information about common issues that may arise after installing. Support requests, main page for requesting or helping add support of mods. Self-patch mods, list of patches for mods hosted on other pages, blah, blah, blah. Modders pack contains additional files that can be used to test various changes to scaling of weapons and armor. This can be used by anyone who wants to tweak the XMLs to fit their own playstyle without having to go through the trial and error of it. Let's skip that. We're going to trust your values for now. Mods covered by the patch. Archer's Armory, Better Vampires, Bring Out Your Dead, Clothing and Cluster Fixes, Complete Crafting Overhaul Remade, Immersive Armors, good, Immersive Weapons, excellent. weapon and armor fixes remade. Mods covered by XML. List is not extensive, but many other mods may be covered indirectly. Adamantine Unleash the Animal, Anna NPCs 2.0, or my god, I'm not going to list all of this. There's a lot of them, including Falskar, Frostfall, good to see, Deadly Dragon's Armory. I never actually used that. Is that both the mods? It would seem to be both the mods. Okay, so yeah, quite a lot. Right. And out of curiosity, is there an installation guide? Answer, no there is not. So, PerMa patches, 21st of November. Now, okay, I downloaded this a few days ago, which may have the latest version. I can't quite tell. Let's have a look. PerMa patches 1.5. No, I do have. Right, so let's activate this. Okay, merged ESP if you do blah, 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 blah. I'm using... Wait a minute. Okay, it's not giving a huge amount of detail on some of these. Wafa Kakor Iwu. I have weapon and armor. That's all I have. I don't have Kakor or IW. I don't have any of these, do I? Required patches, XML. I don't have any of those currently. Ellis uncappa.ini. I do have this custom init, but I want to keep my own for now. Weapon armors fix remade. I have got that. Clothing. No, I haven't got any of these yet, or this at the moment. Okay, so I've got one thing. So I just install that. Acknowledge. What am I acknowledging? You will finalize your install and apply the selected patches and add the readmes to your Skyrim data readmes folder. Thank you for using PerMa compatibility and PAMA patches. Okay, I shall do that. You're overwriting the block list.txt. Yes. The alchemy XML. Yes. Ammunition. Armor, enchanting, general settings, languages, level lists, npc.xml, weapons. Okay, seems reasonable. Seems reasonable. Let's have a look once more. Go into data, and has it had any readmes? That one. PMXML. Which readmes did it add? Not 100% sure which readmes it said it was adding. It said it was adding some. Let's have a look. I don't actually see any. Oh, I've got a readmes. I got a readmes. There you go. It's under readmes. Okie dokie, there we are. Install it, turn it on. MO users, make sure it's below PerMa in the left pane. Good to know. Load order. I haven't been able to do any load order effect variation testing yet. Currently using the same load order as from SKYRIM seems to be the best practice. Okay. And we get a fact. I've worked a list as a comparative tool when determining the AR value of heavy light armor. That is normally the opposite. What? I've worked up this list as a comparative tool when determining the armor rate value of heavy light armor. That is normally the opposite. Okay, that sentence confused me a little, I'm afraid. Okay, so let's not worry too much about that. Right. Why doesn't he use MO? Isn't it better for mod testing? I'm trying to figure out how to install this mod on all the variety of platforms. And the mod does state you should use NMM or Rybash. So I'm testing it on NMM first to see if I can install it. Right. Change log, alchemy log. Right. So anyway, let's rerun the patcher. Close this now. and let it do its thing again. Force patch on exit. Yes, please. But this just seems pretty basic. It seems pretty much like SKYRIM. There doesn't seem to be any problem. Now, of course, I don't have a huge number of mods installed, so it doesn't take that long. I'm sure when I do it on a mod organizer where I have a lot of mods installed, it will take a lot. Okay, what are the comments going on about now? Let's have a look. Why aren't you using Twitch today? Same reason I wasn't using Twitch last time. Definitely Fallout 4. They got a copyright on Fallout Shadow of Boston. Cough. Next week, cough, cough. Fallout 4. I don't think so. You should add some weapons and armor mods to check the patch working. I will be doing that on Mod Organizer. I'm going to be doing more advanced testing on Mod Organizer for obvious reasons. I have a lot of mods installed, but I do have one mod installed that patches some of the weapons. So there you go. So you have to run the patcher every time you download a mod. Yes, pretty much exactly the way you do it with SKYRIM. In fact, I will go beyond that. You need to rerun the patcher every time you change your load order. So if you uninstall a mod, if you reorder the load order, you put one mod below another, it is always best to run these reproccers just in case the load order makes a difference. I'm not saying it will, but I would basically suggest each and every time you manipulate your load order in any way, add a mod, take away a mod, or just reorder a mod, you should run the patcher again just to be safe. At least that's what I'm thinking, but this is based upon my knowledge of this so far. What was the reason you're not using Twitch? The same reason as I gave last time. Okay, right. So, I will just quickly check that this has not broken anything. I'm not anticipating it does, but there you go. Oh, you're on about it. Confirming Fallout being in Boston and it being announced in 2015. Ah, maybe. Okay, let's just see if this worked. Please work. There you go. And of course, I don't currently have any perks to check any of the values anyway, but I'm guessing Oriel's bow, longbow. I'm guessing the very fact that it's got longbow after it means the patch has worked anyway because it's renamed it to be longbow. Because without that patch, it would not be named that at all. So you cannot install more than one mod at a time before running the patcher. No. If you install 10 mods at once, you only have to run the patcher at the end. But every time you change your load order, run the patcher. So if you add 10 mods, take away 10 mods, take away one mod, add one mod, just run the patcher as the last thing. The last thing you do before playing your game, after you're messing around with your load order, run this. What's your opinion on Lover's Lab sex mods? I have no opinion, no real interest. Not my kind of thing. So no opinion. I'm not one of these people who has opinions on things that don't affect him in the slightest. And seeing as I have no interest in sex mods, no interest in glam mods, I have no opinion on them. I'm not one of these people who arbitrarily hates them for no apparent reason other than they exist, because unless somebody forces me to use them, I don't see the problem. There you go. Morning, Gopher. Sorry. Giggling at your spelling, foobar. That doesn't matter. Right, so there you go. Nexus Mod Manager, piece of cake, done, installed. We're laughing. So now I'm going to completely uninstall all of the above because I really have no interest whatsoever in using Nexus Mod Manager anymore. I am a big fan of Mod Organizer. That does not mean I don't like Nexus Mod Manager, just Mod Organizer is a lot more powerful. Especially for the sort of things I need to do. So there you go. and even SKSE. So there you go. And you know what? No, I'm going to leave them in there. I'm going to leave them in there in case I need to come back and do some more testing on that. But I'm going to try and remember to delete them. And I just want to go and see what that has done to my load order. Has it changed anything? Right, well, we got the Patches Maximus. Patches Maximus has been left behind, so I'm killing that off. Skyrot Patches. And we still got this as well, so I'm going to kill that off. I am worried that it's killed off some... Nope, there we go. I think we should be fine there. I actually think everything else is perfectly fine. That's from when I used to have Test 5 Edit installed there. All of these are vanilla files. Okay, my Skyrim has been put back to its previous empty glory. Right. How do you still play Elder Scrolls Online? I don't. Right. So. Okay, anyway, we're going to go and grab that coffee. I put coffee on, so I will be back in a couple of minutes. So... see if this works properly this time. Yep, see you in a couple of minutes. I'm gonna work on installing this for Mod Organizer. I might run a little over time because I was planning on this being an hour, but it's now 50 minutes and I've only got the NMM installation figured. So, oh, there was one other aspect of the installation. There was actually one other aspect of the installation that I didn't actually cover. I'll cover it while doing the Mod Organizer one, and the aspect was only using one part of the mod. But I'll play around with that when I'm in Mod Organizer because it's just a matter of editing that. Okay, yeah, I can do that. I do that. So yeah, when I get back, I'm gonna have a brief snap again working with Mod Organizer, and I anticipate it shouldn't be much of a problem. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Okay. I'm guessing the microphone crackled again. Hopefully it will settle soon. So hopefully the microphone has settled. I want to answer a question that was asked. I noticed it in the chat when I came back. Somebody said, why would anybody want to use porn mods anyway? I guess we're still talking about Lover's Lab. People ask the same question for mods like Frostfall. Why would anybody want to use a mod that makes you wet and cold? The answer is the same for both mods, because it makes the person using that mod happy. Because they want to use that mod. That's all. There's no great secret to it. You know, why do some people like mods that make everybody look really beautiful, and other people like mods that make people look really realistic? Because that's how they want to play. There's nothing more complicated than that. It doesn't make people weird for wanting to play and feel wet and cold. It makes them no more weird to want to play wearing high heel stilettos and fishnet tights. It's all about what you want to do, how you want to play. It is your free time after all, and it hurts nobody. It really is. I've never understood the confusion people have over this issue. I do not understand, or let me rephrase that. I do not quite get why people want to play extremely pretty, beautiful characters in these games. I sort of can at a logical level, but it doesn't help me get immersed in the game. So, and that's important to me. So I can't imagine playing with such mods and feeling immersed in the game. However, a lot of people don't care about immersed in the game. They want to be super beautiful, and perhaps they want to be a different gender or whatever in a game and have fun, and they don't care about immersion, and they probably don't quite get why I want to be cold and freezing and complaining about the weather all the time. And it's just that. That's all it is. We don't need to get each other. We just need to accept each other. Anyway, this is turning into a philosophy lesson. Right, so far you found PerMa on its own a little easy. Well, I'm not. That is, to be honest, that is what I would expect, because it doesn't have a combat module. Now that if Alien is finished, can you do more Witcher vids? I will be releasing slightly more Witcher vids possibly once Alien is finished. So there you go. Do some gameplay, for crying out loud. No, this is an installation stream. It's an installation stream, so if you wanted gameplay, you came to the wrong stream. You missed Moobot. Don't make me moo you. I may not have Moobot here. I have Moo. Moo, we have. I'm not wasting your time, Lonely Hills. You're wasting your time. If you don't want to see someone testing mods, and that includes installations, then don't be on the stream. It's not difficult. You're wasting your time, and incidentally, everyone else is. Nobody else is. Don't be a muppet. What was the Moobot? Moobot is an automatic bot that moderates the chat and gets rid of people who do spam and that type of thing. And the going joke is occasionally I moo the stream myself, like so. There you go. So that's what people are talking about when they talk about the moo. So there you go. Right. Right. Anyway, back to business. Back to business. We have got a mod to install. Well, several mods to install. I've already downloaded them. Please have them downloaded. Yes, PerMa patches. I have, and Perkus Maximus. The big question is do I have weapon and armor fixes remade? Yes, I do. I have that already installed on this one. So there you go. Here we go. I see people doing things in the chat asking about, my opinions on PerMa. I haven't tried it yet. I'm still at the technical phase. Perkus Maximus, we're going to install. Cheers for that. You're welcome. Right, so here we go. Same sort of thing. Okay, fair enough. Nothing complicated here. Next. I better upload a lot more videos in the next 14 days. Okay, I will try my best. I've got a Witcher episode ready to upload. I will get that done ASAP. Once I finish here, I have to go off and edit a Wasteland 2. Yes, because I've carried on with that frustrating game. It's fun, but oh my god, was it frustrating the last episode. You'll see when I post it tomorrow why. Patches, yes, let's install that. Right. Now this time I've got Gopher and SKYRIM installed. Yes, I have. I've got immersive armors. I have this. Oh god, do I have the clothing? Oh, I can't remember. I do have immersive weapons, but I can't remember if I have any of the... I do have Frostfall. You know what? I'm cancelling that. I just want to make sure I've got Frostfall installed. Frostfall! I do not have Frostfall currently installed on the Skyrim mod sanctuary one. Tell you what, let's do that. Let's add Frostfall back to the mix. I normally turn it off for the Skyrim mod sanctuary video. I probably should have started a whole new... Actually, you know what? That is probably cleverer. That is probably a lot cleverer. Make a new... That's the whole idea of these things, isn't it? So, manage... Skyrim mod sanctuary copy for the new profile PerMa test. There you go. And that's probably taking its sweet time. PerMa test. I just make sure it's got the local saves. Yes, it does. Right, there we go. Yes. Okay, so, right, that's actually a better idea. Then I can once again enable Frostfall. What else was there? There was things beginning with C. No, I do not have anything like that installed. Okay. So, Perkus Maximus overhaul is there. And PerMa patches. Right, so we have Gopher, immersive armors. That, and that. Acknowledged automatically. And we now have the patches. Now, when will next stream be? Not totally sure. I have no idea what is going on in the video. I am installing PerMa. Really, the title of the video wasn't a giveaway? Perkus Maximus PerMa dash installation. Right, so let's just have a look at the files on this. Oh, it has a lot of files, doesn't it? Can you let me drag this? No, it's not going to let me. Oh, that's interesting. Anyway, file tree. Whoa, a lot of things. Permanent expansion 1. Okay, we got a BSA with it as well. All right, so that's the SkyProcker files here. If I then, I'll tell you what, let's just enable it first of all. File tree. Okay, yep. Let's have a look at the conflict. It is replacing a lot of files in Perkus Maximus, which is exactly as I would expect it to do, including the ESP. Okay, including the ESP. Oh no, that's from Immersive Armors. Right, that's exactly what SKYRIM's reprocker did as well. If you used the reprocker compatibility patches thing, there was, I can't remember, the equivalent of this for SKYRIM. Right, right. I'm looking at the chat, and I was hoping that my mod testing streams would have slightly better behaved chat, but that was obviously a wishful thinking on my part, wasn't it? So I believe it is time for me to find some moderators for YouTube Live. I can do that now. I will be making a video about that sometime in the next day or so. Please do not all volunteer because I'm probably going to be looking for people that I recognise and approaching them. So there you go. Anyway, so there you go. I've got conflicts with this, but that is exactly as you would expect. Now, the big question is, how the hell do we run the patcher from here? I can't quite remember. I can't remember how the hell I did this in Mod Organizer. So, you had to go to data, didn't you? Didn't you have to go to data? Okay, what's that? What's the red for? Also in immersive armors. That's fine. I'm okay with that. So, scribe proc patches. Debug more heap spec. Can I run that from here? Can I run that from here? Can I add it as an executable? Well, first of all, let's just try running it. Let's just see what happens. No! Could not create the virtual Java virtual machine. Right, let's try executing it directly. Okay, so I'm not going to do this with more heap. Now, I think that it's possible to add some arguments to this when running it. I'm pretty sure I can add this as an executable. Add it as an executable. Patches Maximus, and then go along to Patches Maximus, and does it add it correctly? It starts there, the binary is this, arguments are, all right, so that's probably going to work. Close MO when started, no thank you. All right, let's just run it first of all without the arguments. So, Patches Maximus. Oh, I tell you what. Toolbar. Reproc Patches Maximus. Remove. Can I change that to some other icon? Probably, but not right now. All right, I'll add it as an icon later on. Run. Patches Maximus. Open other settings. Don't need any of these anyway. Patch. Go for worst case scenario. You can oh god. Perkus Maximus Mage.esp has some missing masters. Perkus Maximus Master.esp. Okay. Unlock. Right. This means when it installed, it added them in the wrong. Okay. Brilliant. Oh. There are files in your overwrite mod. I shall fix that in a second. But it would seem that the all right. Probably PerMa survivalism. Compatibility with other patches. Ah, this is because of Frostfall. Let's sort this and see what happens. We're just going to use the basic version of loot for now. Gopher, don't use both merged and separate patch for Wafer at once. Okay, I've made a mistake. That can't happen. Probably. All right, let's have a look then. Let's redo this. Reinstall the mod. So, merged patches. Okay, so I use Wafer and IW. Oh, right. So I don't need... Right, I do need immersive armors, but what you're saying then is I don't need the standalone patch for weapon armor fixes remade or immersive weapons, which makes sense. I do need... Right, I've got the replacement ESP for immersive armors. I don't need this. I don't need any of these because, again... Works if the Wafer IWA is installed or not. Not needed if you use the IW merge patch. Got it. probably the same for that as well. Not you if you're using a merge patch. Got it. All right, but I do need this. All right, fair enough. Thank you very much for pointing that out. Right. Replace. I want all of the files to be completely replaced. Let's have a look at this. Probably better. Right. And my overwrite, I'm going to delete everything that was in the overwrite. So, and I'm going to run loot, the hardcore version. Isn't loot basically just boss 3 renamed because they didn't want to support old master lists? Something like that. Right, there we go. So I've got the full version. Let's have a look at this. Perkus, Maximus, Thief, Mage, and Warrior. I'm assuming now Perkus... Right, let's just assume that is working correctly. What is this? Potential mod order problem. Yeah, fix that. That's fine. So, but... Oh, right, yeah. I noticed this before. For some reason, Moonlight Tales seems to want to be below Perkus Maximus. Why is that? I don't know. Do not know. Anyway, but we'll leave that. I will... Same with the Dance of Death. Why does the Dance of Death want to be down there? Ah, Perkus Maximum perk. Wait. Why are those two mods overwriting that script? That's the base script for SKYUI's player load game script. They should be extending that. If they're going to change it, they should be extending that, surely. They shouldn't be replacing the SKYUI one. Or are they... Oh, that's worrying. That is a little worrying, got to be honest with you. Not totally sure, but it would seem that both Perkus Maximus and A Dance of Death are replacing SKYUI. I'm going to put that down here. What's it going to do again? Why? What is the problem? All right, not totally in love with that. I'm going to have to do a little bit of looking into that. Yeah. Well, the only right, Moonlight Tales. Yeah, right. Now I understand that they may be. They're only conflicting on this one thing. Player werewolf change script. In fact, no. This is not. Why is Moonlight Tales caring? Why does Moonlight Tales? What the hell is it in Moonlight Tales that's annoyed by Perkus Maximus? It's not. Right, that's a little odd. That is a little odd. Let's... Are there any side effects to uninstalling the Dance of Death? Might be. I'm going to turn the Dance of Death off for now then. I'm not totally sure what the side effects are going to be from that. Moonlight Tales, Werewolf and Werebear Overhaul I'm also going to disable for this one. I'm not totally sure what the side effects will of uninstalling that in a mid-save art either. However, that is still something that I am going to look into because I'm a little weirded. Oh, wait. No, that's the source. Which one was it? I'm going to put it back in. Dance of Death. Conflicts. Scripts. SK. It's the PEX file. Is It is the compiled one. What the hell is going on there? If anyone's got any clue why on earth either of these mods are replacing that file. And here's the thing, I don't see them in the list either. I don't see them in the list. I'm getting a report of a conflict and I'm not seeing it. Yeah, that is something I'm going to have to look into. I'm going to have to look into that. I'll look into it later. So, yeah, odd, but there you go. I'm going to move them down to the bottom so I can keep an eye on them again. Right. And this has overwritten those. That is fine. That is great. So now I can go back to Patches Maximus and run it, and hopefully it'll work this time. Yep, brilliant. Now this might take a lot longer. 1 of 107. Yeah, I need to add the arguments if I want it to use more memory and be faster. I do know that, but I'm going to test it without them first. The chat is getting in the way of the video. What? The chat isn't in the video unless I do this. I think Maximus is right. It's the perk trees and perk alterations in the two mods that have them replacing that file. Yeah, I'm not totally sure why the perk trees need to replace that file. I'm not sure if you guys know what that file does. That file is a script that gets run when the player reloads. I'm going to have to double check it. But when your game loads, there is a script that can be applied to your player so that it will be run when you load game. It's there for the MCM menu primarily, but it can be used for quite a lot of things. I use it in several of my mods. But what I did is I took that script, the base script, and I created my own that used that as a base. I didn't overwrite the existing one, which just seems a little dangerous to me. I'm not totally sure if that script is actually used. I think it's supposed to be a kind of skeleton script, and you're supposed to extend it. But if anyone has used that in their mod, and then another mod comes along and replaces it, it could be bad. I'm just going to have to double check. My memory is a little hazy on this. It's been a long time since I made one of those patches, made one of those scripts for a mod, obviously. It's been a long time since I've done any modding at that level, so I'll have to look at it again. How do you decompile scripts, by the way? I actually don't decompile them. There is a program that will allow you to decompile scripts. I don't use it. What I do is I just take the source of the scripts and compile them from scratch. Are you saying it's going to be 100% for... All right, fine. I'm being told that it's going to take forever if I don't add that thing. I would like to have seen it occur without having to do this. But all right, so what you're saying then... Okay. Patches Maximus is I need to go to the end minus jar, blah, blah, blah. And then what did I need to do? Minus... XMX1024M. Is that what I'm supposed to do? Okay. 1924. Yeah. Let me just double check that. He does mention this somewhere, doesn't he? No, was it in this one? I'm not finding anything. All right, minus XMX 1024M right at the end. Minus no stream at the end. Why do I care about that? Really? I hate just taking the chat's word for this because I can't remember the exact values myself. So what I need to do is go into... Oh, God, no. Read the stickies. Stickies. Right, yeah. Okay, search for mod organizer. All right, here we go. Oh God, no, he's talking non-mod organizer. Blah blah blah. Enable that. He's not got any minus. Oh yes, he has right at the start. Minus XMX. There we go. Minus XMX. 1024M at the start. He's got them at the start. I don't think it actually matters. But there you go. Let's make it match whatever he did. Okay. Oh no, we need to modify now. Modify. That's Patches Maximus. Did it modify? Excellent. Right. Brilliant. So let's run it. Okay, so hopefully it'll be a little faster, although it's probably still going to take quite some time. Now I get to read the chat and see if it's getting any weirder. Is there a video of how to install PerMa with NMM? Well, not on my channel yet, because obviously I'm actually researching how to install this thing correctly and get it running right now. And I've now got hiccups. Brilliant. Oh yeah, I've already installed it with NMM on this stream, but I mean, I will when I make a video about PerMa, of course, show you how to install it on Nexus Mod Manager, and I will then make another Mod Organizer video explaining how to install it on Mod Organizer. Although honestly, it seems to be straight identical to SKYRIM, really. So, has Warburg's map ever worked for you? Yes, all the time. I really do like it, but it is a bit irritating because it has to be at the bottom of your load order. Gregory Hunter, you're welcome. Is it going to take that long? So it looks like the patcher is going to take quite some time. So I may close the stream down and go and do something a little more productive. And once it is finished, I will start the stream up and we will see how it has done. And hopefully everything will be working just fine. And of course, I will have to make sure all the files it created get into its own mod. So there you go. Let's have a look. David Tan says it's not faster, it just won't crash if you lose a mod. Right, so it's probably going to take a long time. Gopher, you like Iron Maiden. Why does that question come up on all of my streams at the moment? Yes, I do. Is that a problem? Am I ever going to make tutorials on how to make mods? Probably not. I mean, I might get around to it if I get some time, but time is just the last thing I have. So, there you go. Why do I use Dance of Death over Violence? Or is there even a reason? There is no reason. I've been using Dance of Death since it came out, and my Let's Play's been going on for years. That is why. The mods in my load order are the mods I start. Most of the mods are there from when I started the Richard playthrough, and I was reluctant to change the mods as often as I did in the Steve playthrough for fairly obvious reasons. So my load order got extremely old by the end. And actually doing a Let's Play of Skyrim that late in the modding cycle was possibly a bad idea if I wanted to keep up to date with all the latest mods, I'm afraid. If I'd have done my Let's Play for Richard the second Skyrim started, maybe I would have been able to do it, but there you go. So, anyway. Right, so I am going to close... Oh, when adding masters from contributors... Is that good? 5%? Is that good? I don't know. Anyway, it does look like it's going to take some time. And I will... and show Test 5 Edit again. Well, there's no point showing Test 5 Edit until the patch is made. I am going to use Test 5 Edit to look at the patch. Actually, I would like to see. What is going on in it. Binkus Barnes asked, "How is this? How is this so entertaining?" I'm not totally sure what you mean by that. Was that sarcasm? Right. So, and I haven't switched to anything else because, as I said, I don't want to keep changing mods in my load order. So there you go. Right. I will see you guys in a little while. I will see you. I'm just closing the stream until it finishes, right? So feel free to hang around. It will hopefully pop up live when it's done. It could be a while. There won't be much streaming after that anyway. So, because once I get it successfully installed, I will take a look at the patch and then we're done. It's installed, assuming it runs. It's a big assumption, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, let's hope. So I will see you guys in a short while, hopefully. Okay, is the microphone crackling? Very probably. It would seem that it finished already. I just went and got another coffee. And it was already done. So there you go. I'm still waiting to see if the stream updates. It's really annoying. The delay is astronomical. There we go. I've got an image. Yay! Oh my god. Right, okay. So, it would seem it's finished. I came back and everything's done. So I'm going to assume there's a lot of stuff in the overwrite. There we go. We got Perkus, Patches Maximus, and we've got some updated files. I'm not 100% sure any of these are essential, actually. I'm not 100% sure they're actually... Can I not open in deeper? I'm not totally sure any of these are actually required. However, ordinarily they would have been placed in those folders, and so I'm going to keep them. So there you go. Right. I am going to... Okay. I'm not going to empty it yet. Can I just do right click? Create mod. There we go. Create mod. Patches Maximus. Now, ordinarily, you should make one of these for every single one of your profiles. So that is what I'm going to do. Patches Maximus PerMa test profile. Because, of course, each profile will have a different set of requirements. So, there you go. If I then select this, double click on it, conflicts. Nothing, no conflicts. Why does that seem unlikely? That seems hugely unlikely. All right, file tree. It's made it back. Okay, so all of the files it created were new logs, new files. Interesting, interesting. Doesn't conflict with anything. But however, I now have Patches Maximus. Okay, let's just hover over it for a second. Come on. And it has a lot of masters, which is exactly. Loot sorts it wrong at the moment. Brilliant. Okay, well, I'll have to look into that. So, test 5 edit. Let's have a look. Select none. Patches Maximus. Why would there be conflicts? It only makes the ESP file and updates logs. I sort of assumed many of the log files already existed, which the reason for that is because they probably would have on my old SKYRIM one, and it always overwrote them. Of course, you're right. There are no logs yet, so it wouldn't overwrite them. There you go. So, these are all the master files for Patches Maximus. Holy, there you go. That's a lot. That is a lot of files. Because I only selected Patches Maximus, so everything else it selected is a requirement for this file. We got ingestibles. My God. Sorry, wrong one. Weapons. It gives you some idea of how much gets changed, doesn't it? Leveled lists. Where are my form lists? Form ID lists. Okay. I was expecting that to be a little, well, larger. Woo. Okay. Massive weapons. You've overwritten this. All right. Okay. Anyway, I'm not going to spend much time looking at this. It is fairly extensive. The changes are pretty much. There are files in your overwrite mod. Which ones? Oh, test 5 edit backups. Right. That's because I deleted that folder. I deleted that folder from the base, which was probably a mistake because I'm going to get that every time I run test 5 edit. I should have left that folder in the base SKYRIM folder. I might even put one back just to stop that from happening. Anyway, however, let's go see. Let's go see what happens. This is a lot of mods. This is a lot of mods. You don't know much about this mod, but I'm assuming it's very heavyweight. I wouldn't actually have said it was heavyweight. I've got to be honest with you. Heavyweight is not the description I would use. It is extensive. It will probably hit every aspect of your game, or no, not every aspect of your game. It will import data from an awful lot of your mods, and it will update them. It will have a massive number of changes. Patches Maximus may well have more form entries than any other mod in your load order. It's very possible. But I wouldn't call it heavy. It's not. I wouldn't say it's necessarily heavy by nature. Some mods add areas that are heavy and put a strain on your system. Some mods add huge number of scripts that are a strain on your system. I can't tell you what PerMa does in that department. Just because it changes a lot of values doesn't actually always mean it's a heavy mod. So, you know, the fact that it's got so many entries doesn't actually mean an awful lot. I mean, I could literally make a mod that doubles the damage on every single weapon in the game and doubles the armor. And I would have a lot of entries, but it wouldn't really be all that heavy. Okay. I'm getting new updates. For some reason it looks a little... Oh, you know why it looks a little nicer, don't you? We got high quality textures now. My God, they make such a difference, don't they? They make such a difference. Anyway, let's see. Oh, menu back. Menu. Let's go and have a look at the gold. I really just got to go and look at the gold. Does it give me the gold? Do you give me the gold? No, really? I can't drop gold coins. When I never realised that. You can't just drop them. You've got to put them in a container. Anyway, right. Aureol's bow, 105. Hey, that's... Oh, I've still not got any perks. I've still not spent any perks at all, have I? I'm just, for a laugh, going to go in and see what happens when I start. Point blank. Here's the thing, though. I'm not totally sure it makes a huge amount of difference because, of course, the way he's changed these perks is not static effects anymore. Coup de grace. I always say coup de grace. People always tell me off for it. And apparently it is, in fact, wrong. Right, I don't want missile craft because I'm not. Ah, this is probably why people think I should have the defluff, because I get some numbers here, which I haven't got at the moment. Alright, that makes me feel a little more like an archer again. Let's see if it changed it. 173. Okay. Okay, is that correct? My short bow does more damage than my long bow. I'm finding that a tiny bit unlikely, but yeah, there may be something slightly off about that, if you ask me. That does not seem... That doesn't seem likely. No. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got to change my keys to be something. All my keys have been reset recently. So now the button for night vision is now the same button as for... never mind, don't worry about it. So yes, I may have to look into this a little bit, or maybe that's just how it is. Maybe the Aureol's bow is supposed to be lower damage. I will have to just level the full tree out. I've leveled the full tree out. The full tree is leveled. Have I not? I mean, the only thing I've not taken is missile craft, and this is for crossbows. These are just crossbows. I've leveled everything out. And it would seem... Yeah. Draw the longbow and then... Ah! Got it. Yep. God, I can't move. Everything is so slow. Fall damage now. Okay. Sun-hallowed elven arrows. Boom! Okay. No, we're still 105. Get out of my way.
My favorite drinking buddy. Let's get some meat.
See? 173. Aureol's bow. Okay, I've got to hold it until I get the full draw. Okay, I've got it. And then hold it. 157. Alright, okay. I guess you don't get power draw on short bows. But still, 173 versus Oriel's bow, a Daedric artifact. That's... I would have thought it did more damage than that. It's a longbow. I would have thought longbows do more damage than short bows. I would have. Gotta be honest with you. But, you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. Finally. Guys, there's like a 2-minute delay on the stream. There is a 2 minutes delay on the stream. It's massive. I can't even begin to tell you sometimes how big it is. So, longbows get a 50% base crit chance and 250% crit chance. Right, so longbows don't necessarily do more damage than short bows, but they've got a bigger chance of doing critical strikes and stuff like that. See, this is where I now have to start experimenting and testing each tree. I now have to keep looking at the perks and actually evaluating how they work in-game. And I have to say, step one for that is probably to... okay, it looks like I got a phone call. It looks like step one in that testing process is walk myself back home and dump a lot of the gold in a chest. So, that is what I'm going to do now. In fact, I'm probably going to console my way there because I'm way too lazy. However, you guys don't really need to see me do that. And I am going to stop the stream right here. So there you go. Installation of PerMa on both NMM and Mod Organizer. Relatively painless. Didn't take that much to do. Now I've done it once. Should be able to do it anytime in a couple of minutes. It's that easy. Okay, thank you for your help, guys. Thank you. You've actually been useful. You've actually been helpful, along with slightly strange every now and again. However, I do not know when I'm going to stream and actually start testing what this mod does now that I've got it installed, but it will probably be in the next day or so. I think I'm going to do a separate stream for each archetype. So warrior first, probably, seeing as, you know, I'm used to Richard playing a warrior. And that will probably take a long time. I have a feeling that's going to take several hours of messing around per archetype. So there might well be 3 streams, God knows how long. Hopefully that will be this week, because I would like to get it over and done with. But as I said, this is a mod that does require a lot of testing to really get to grips with, I think. So whilst I could now make a video regarding how to install it, I'm not totally sure whether I've installed it correctly or what the effects are. So that's what I'm going to be doing pretty soon. So if you want to join me for that, you are more than welcome. And I will see you guys then.